People, make sure that you go ahead and check out the Beeline Entertainment Stuff and Things shop. We got all merchandise that you're looking for, everything to promote the show. That's right, from hats to glasses to cups to sweatshirts to t-shirts, you name it. Boys, girls, babies, whoever wants to show off that they love watching the Beeline Entertainment LLC. We can't wait to see you in your brand new gear. Come on and check it out today. Let's go! People, check it out. Yo, what's good? How are you guys doing? It's Tuesday, baby. It's another Tuesday, and this is the day we come on with the red, white, and black on the screen, talking that shit, because this is the Beeline Web Show. Yo, my name is Brian B, and I got to talk to you guys today because I got an interesting topic today. I think everybody's going to really find it really interesting, especially if you're in a relationship, if you're married, if you're not, if you're single, you're still looking. A lot of different things we're going to be talking about today, but we're going to try to get some ideas because we're growing up and things is changing. We want to see how much they're changing. If you haven't already, please head on over to YouTube and go ahead and like and share and subscribe to the channel because, that's how you get us seen. You know what I mean? You like the show, so you want to tell other people that you like the show, and maybe they'll like the show. That's how we do it over here. Listen, guys, I feel really good today. I feel like talking, and that's my job. I'm in front of the mic. We got some guests in the room. We're going to be doing a lot of things. So, without further ado, let's go!
Straight to the point, baby.
It's going down in
3, 2, 1.
People, that's your boy!
Brian B.
Let's go.
Back on the Beeline. I'm looking forward to it. I'm so excited.
Is the influence you have.
Again with strangers!
You gotta be a clean baby's ass.
Hold on real quick.
Knows the hands of big.
People, it's your boy, Brian B. Welcome to the Beeline Web Show. Let's go! Yeah, that's right. Check it out. Yo, listen, I don't know about y'all, but if you come in here thinking we talking about the Grammys and all that shit, listen, I ain't talking about that shit. I don't give a fuck about the Grammys, bro, or any of that stuff. I'm over that shit, man. I don't know if I'm just getting too old to care about that stuff anymore. I don't know. But we are going to talk about some interesting topics. Hey, JC, what's good? In the building. First, like always, interesting topic this week. Brian, thank you so much. Yeah, we're going to be talking about some stuff, bro. Single, married, all of that shit. We're going to be talking about some shit tonight. But, yo, listen, we ain't doing this alone. I got somebody returning guests. We got some people that's been on the show before. They ain't been on for a little while, and I'm really, really glad to see them and talk with them. I thought they'd be perfect for this conversation. First, hitting the room, we got somebody you might remember. She's all over Facebook and all over social media. She's doing a lot of stuff. She got a whole toy collection. She's been on the Beeline plenty of times. Definitely a lot of love for my sister, Laura D. What up, Laura?
Hey, B, what's up? It's been a long time.
Yeah, I know, man. I'm really glad to have you back on. As soon as I thought about this idea, I had a different show that I was actually putting together today, and because I had a vent, this was a venting day for me. So when I was like, "Fuck it," I'm bringing some people on. We gonna talk. We gonna talk tonight, and it's gonna be a good show. But how you been? I see you've been working, man. You got a lot of stuff going on.
Man, I'm trying, man. I'm trying to get like you, big boss. Big boss.
Gotcha, yeah. I got you. But it's good to see you. I'm definitely glad to have you in. We also have another returning guest. Yo, he's been on plenty of shows. You've seen him. We've talked wrestling. We talked a bunch of different stuff. But from the Bring the Popcorn podcast, he popping back up in the building with your boy Brian B. My man, Mr. Jason Craig. What up, Jay?
What's good, B? What's good? How you doing? How you living?
Doing good, bro. Really good to see you, man. It's been a while. I kind of have just been starting to reconnect with a couple of you guys. Like Laura just said, it's been a little while, man. But hey, it's good to see everybody coming back. Everybody's still working, still got the projects that they pushing forward. So how you been?
No, it's been tough. It was a tough year last year. Uh, trying to get better.
Hey,
Trying to get through. We're trying to get back to the swing of things with the podcasting.
okay.
Got other side projects going on. So
Hey, bro. As long as you're staying busy, that's all good, yo. And definitely glad to see you. And hey, man, we've all been there. That's one of the things that I want to talk about tonight, man. But guys, once again, thank you so much for joining tonight. Beeline, listen, like you guys know, we got a lot of stuff going on. We have the Beeline Web Show. That's every Tuesday. That's tonight. Every Tuesday at 9:00 p.m. Eastern time. Tomorrow is Straight Through the Ropes Wrestle Talk. That's 9:00 p.m. Eastern time. I'm definitely loving the conversation over there. We just WrestleMania season starting, so it's live. And then we have the Beeline Entertainment, and the Beeline Entertainment is on Thursday, and that's where we're talking, movies and entertainment and different things that's going on in that aspect. And you got the top five. We got a lot of interesting conversation that happens over there. So we got full week, man. We got everything going forward. We're also going to be jumping back onto the 11:30 podcast with Dre on Wheels, and we're going to return for the Beyond 11:30, where you get a little bit of the adult conversation, and you really interesting topics that we talk about over there. So check that out. That's returning this Thursday. I believe it's at 8:00 p.m. Eastern time, and we there. Yo, y'all can tell I want to talk today. I'm talking. But all right, guys, let me just break it down for you a little bit. Today's topic, if you saw, I don't know if you ever saw the Chris Rock segment, the Chris Rock comedy special when he said, you're married and bored or single and lonely. That's the only two options, is what he said. Growing up, bro, especially in the 20s and shit like that or whatever, I'm a comic fiend, so I listen to all comedy. I used to take that shit as gold. I used to think, damn, are those your only two options? Like, do you have to just be married, just settled, and just whatever? And listen, I'm done. I don't want to, date around anymore. I just want to have one person that I'm just cool with, and that's it. But then I'm bored, and it's just the same thing every day. It's almost like a stigma, It's not. Is that real? So now I'm like, fuck it, I'll just play the field. I just want to do this. There's a point I was like, I don't never want to be married. I don't want to be tied down to nothing. I want to be all over the place. But then you start noticing small things. You start noticing, like, damn, man, I'm coming home. Ain't nobody here. The fucking house. I got an echo in my house. I had an echo in my first apartment. So we're gonna do a quick around the room, and we're gonna get everybody's status real fast to go ahead and start the conversation. Laura D, what you got? Even though I know your status, let's just preach to the people watching. Uh-oh. I think are you muted? I don't know if you're on mute or not. I can't tell. Is Okay, now you're muted, and now it is unmuted. There you go.
Okay, my status
Hey.
is married. Clink clink.
Clank, clank, clearly clank. And how long you been married, Laura?
I've been married for 10 years. We've been together for 18.
Oh, okay. So you in a nice long foundation relationship. And okay. So yeah, we definitely have a good perspective that we're gonna get from you. Mr. JC Craig, how about you, sir? What's your marital status looking like right now?
uh, single and complicated. I'm just say that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's really good. That's really good. Two opposite points of views. Mine, of course, Beeline. You guys know I've been married now for going on a year. That me and IT Tiff have been married, but we've been together for about 6 years. And yeah, we definitely have a lot of stuff that we've grown together in 6 years. That's why, Laura, when you say 18 years, it's definitely interesting. So, Laura, let me ask you. Let's start it off with the marriage side.
Mhm,
You said you guys have been together for 18 years. When
mhm.
did you guys start dating?
Whew. When we started dating around 2005-ish, like the end of 2005.
Oh, okay. Well, did you guys meet in like school or was it work or?
No, we met through a friend. Like we had like a friendship circle. Unfortunately, I was dating one of the friends.
Okay.
And yeah, and we kind of did not like each other. We used to roast each other all the time.
Oh, damn.
And it was one of those situations. And then we just found out that we had so much more in common. And That's my Superman.
Hey,
Let him
that's
say it.
awesome.
My Batman.
Oh, he's Batman. She's like, well, yeah, he's my boy now. That's awesome though, and it's like that's one of the big things that when you ask somebody who has been in a long term relationship, you ask them. It's even interesting to see like your reaction to that question because you can tell you guys have been together for so long. When you get asked that, it's not like normal anymore. It's like, damn, that's right. How did we? You know what I'm saying? Like you got to
Mhm.
reconnect the dots and shit. But
Yeah.
it also can help. I feel like it also can help kind of like, give you that feeling back of like, damn, I remember when we did meet. Yeah, we didn't like each other. I was called him a big-headed goofball or whatever. And then all of a sudden it's like you remember, like, yeah, I did saying that, but now I love that big head shit.
Right.
It's
Right.
interesting, right? So,
Mhm.
you know, the one thing that I wanted to point out also is you said 18 years. Now I ain't trying to
Mhm.
age you or nothing like that, but that's damn near 20 years. So either you were, I mean, you still look pretty young. So it's like you had to be pretty young when you guys met. Is
We
that
were.
correct?
We were
Yeah.
out of high school. It was during his freshman year in college. Man, we were so young, yo. Listen, I was still
Love
trying
that.
to figure myself out then. He was more, he already knew what he wanted in life, and I was still trying to figure it out. So at first it didn't make sense for us. It was like he was always trying to save me. Like this guy was always trying to save me. My behind would be clubbing, fighting, and this dude would be locking me in the house like, you're not about to go to jail. You're not about to go to jail. And it's so
Mm,
crazy because I used to think that he was hating on me, y'all. This is how immature I was. I thought he was hating on me. I'm like, you just don't want me to live my best life.
mm,
When in reality, he's seen things in me that I didn't see.
mm.
And that man was so determined to help me see my worth. And that's why I rock with him. Because it's not so often that you have someone who sees your worth and helps you to see it. Because I didn't see my worth in that time. I just was trying to live my best young life. Like, listen, I'm 19.
Yeah.
I am trying to be out here shaking a tail feather. And I wanted to be in the streets. And he saved me from that, y'all. Saved me from myself.
Yeah. Listen, you just spoke a lot on that topic right here. Let's just call this segment the beginning. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on the banner
Mhm.
and everything like that. We're gonna talk about the beginning. So, and by the beginning, we're talking about the relationship starters.
Mhm.
Um, Jason, let's jump over to you real quick. I'm gonna try to let everybody go so I can talk and say my piece because I'm like the thinker of this whole conversation. Um, but hearing Alora is like beginning. Since she is like she said, she's been with somebody for 18 years, and right now you're in Singleville. I'm not trying to say anything bad, but yeah. So you did say something interesting. You said single and complicated. That's interesting. So how long have you been single for, if you don't mind, like sharing it?
I want to say about since November, December.
Okay, so
Like,
not that long.
yeah.
Okay, okay. Now I'm
Mm.
getting the complicated part. I'm getting the complicated now. All right. So you guys, how long were you guys together before you guys ended it? Was it a long relationship or just kind of like
It was about a year, going on 2 years. A year and a half, going on 2 years.
okay? I would say a year is pretty decent. If you with somebody for a year, and I'm talking about even if it's just I met you, November 1st, and then we rocked with each other all the way to November 1st the following year. I would say that's pretty serious. Would
Oh, yeah.
anybody disagree?
That's serious.
There's some speculation out there when you can say like, hey, we only been together. You hear this shit. Hey, we only been together a year. Do you know how fucking long and how much stuff happens in a year? You birthdays, holidays, jobs. A year is a long time. Let's see if we can find a border. What's not long? Would 6 months still be considered something? Hey, listen, we were rocking with 6 months exclusive. We met 6 months ago, and then we did 6 months of life together in situations. We didn't live together, but we just, kind of just only stayed together. Is 6 months long enough to say we serious?
I believe so.
Not for me.
Not Laura. Laura. Okay, Laura. Why would you say 6 months is kind of like we ain't there yet? Nigga?
Like I'm in 6 months, I'm still figuring you out. Like I'm still figuring out if I like you, if you agitate me, can I stay with you in the home and not want to choke you out? During the
Mm,
6 months period, that's pretty much when you figure out that you guys may not be compatible. And I feel like 6 months isn't a like serious thing for me because that's pretty much like I mean, I hope people are dating like 6 months instead of 3 or 4 months. Like I want to date a minimum of 6 months to figure out what we about to do or if we're definitely compatible.
if it can be taken seriously, right?
Yeah. I
Okay,
can't learn that in 3 months.
I can understand that. I can definitely understand that. Jay, why do you think 6 months is a like a long term? Not disagreeing or agreeing, honestly.
Well, for me, for me, like it takes me a while to be sure with somebody, but to some people, 6 months is not a long time, or 6 months is a long time. It honestly just depends on the person.
Yeah,
And I'm pretty sure, uh, for like COVID, 6 months felt like a long time for a lot of people that were in relationships during COVID, and
yeah,
they were forced to be with that person because they couldn't go nowhere. So like it honestly just depends on the person. For
yeah,
me, I feel like honestly it just I don't know. It honestly depends on the person that I'm dating at the time because 6 months can feel like it's breezing by, and with the wrong person, 6 months feel like it can drag on for a long time.
Hmm.
yeah, yeah. I actually agree with both of you guys, and I would say personally, I think a year is definitely enough time to say, hey, this is something that's going to be serious. Hey, we've been able to be together for a year. Now it's time to up the conversation. What are we doing? What's the plans now? Because if 6 months is a long time, don't get me fucking wrong. Like when you meet somebody, you got to think of everything you have to go through. You have to learn everything about them. You have to learn their likes, dislikes, habits, and most importantly, you have to get past their initial, presentation. You got to get past their character. You hear it a lot. It's very cliche. Like, oh man, you meet somebody and you got the cupcake phase, and you got this and you got that. Everybody's got that shit, yo.
Hmm.
Who it is, I don't care if. Oh no, I'm real all the way through. Like I say it 100%. I'm honest. I'm straightforward. But still, you're gonna put on a little bit more of a better upkeep. You got yourself looking a little better. You know what I'm saying? But then that time that you laying in bed and y'all start farting from each other and shit, and then you all looking, oh, what the fuck was that? That's what it's right, Laura, for real. That's
No,
when
yeah.
that's when some of that real shit start to creep in. And then you start realizing, like, wait a second, 4 months ago, this motherfucker wasn't, not farting. But 4 months ago, he was coming in, he was taking a shower as soon as he got
Hmm.
home. He always smelled good. But then that one day he came home 4 months after y'all met, and there was no dates. It was like, oh man, he came over and you smelled him a little bit. For the first, he was like, wait a second, what the fuck is this?
Facts. Like, hold on. You got Subway, bro? Hold on.
I'm saying, isn't it crazy? This is why. Listen, let me just share with you guys real quick. I've been going through a weird fucking transition, yo. I've been talking about it on multiple shows. I think I've been talking to a couple years now, but I don't know what it is. I think it's finally starting to come together. Like I'm understanding what's happening. I think I'm growing the fuck up, man. And when I say that, it's kind of like what you were saying, Laura. Like you and your husband were together, and you guys had two different paths that you were on. You were kind of on this, but he was on something else, and he wanted you to be on that path with him. He saw that you could be on that path with him. Now
Mm-hmm.
he also hoped that you could be on that path with him because there
Yeah.
was a good chance where he could have been trying for a fucking year, and then we'd be like, okay, we all understand like a year's a long time.
Oh, he was
I,
trying. He was
see what I'm
trying.
saying? The amount of patience, like Jay said, the amount of patience that you have to have, the different people that you have to deal with. If he would have gave up, if he would have said just a definite time frame and said, "Nope, year, it has got to be a year. If it's not a year, everybody agrees it should be a year," then I'm just gonna quit. Yeah, I wouldn't be married for 18 years, yo. There's nobody else that can tell you exactly what you're supposed to do and all this other shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm starting to understand as I'm getting older. With the family that I have, with the life that I'm living, with the people that I'm meeting, there's no rules for this shit, yo. There's no fucking rule. You think that you got something right. You think you doing something right. You think that you guys are everything we got. We match this. We do this together and blah, blah. We do date nights once a month. You know, I've been around so many people who have changed. And when I say I'm not even talking about just like intentfully. I'm talking about like change personality wise, change spiritually wise. Like, hey, I don't want to eat no chicken and burgers no more. Now
Mm-hmm.
that person used to go hang out with at Burger King or at the barbecue and shit, they don't go no more. That's a fucking giant change.
Mm-hmm.
That shit happens between husbands, wives, friends, all of that shit. And I think I'm starting to finally understand how to deal with it. With the changes that are coming around with like, within my marriage, within my life, within my family. So Laura, let's start with you, yo. Like what's been something that you and your husband just like, without releasing too much. I'm not, I don't want no crazy super shit unless you want to give it. But what's something that you and your husband kind of like, within your relationship where you were like, man, listen, we both are completely different here. And I don't know if like we have to really work, besides you just kind of wanting to be on the wild side and he's kind of just like, hey, listen, I'm straight and narrow. Can you
Mm-hmm.
think of anything that you guys really had to work on that was changing since the beginning?
It was more of it took a lot of work to get me to a place of calmness because I was a wild child. I've always been a wild child. This calm demeanor person that you have now has not always been me.
Hmm.
Um, it took a I didn't want to be controlled. I felt like I didn't want to get married neither. Like this man has asked me to marry him, and I was like, nah, no. The the issue was me not wanting to kind of look at myself and change. So even after we got married, I felt some type of way that he was able to tame me. So I was like,
Mm.
dang, I feel weak. Like I find myself in a store and someone can say something smart to me and I was inclined to let it go because the old me would have slapped him. Now the new me is thinking about jail, thinking about the kids, thinking about his
Yeah.
reputation. And I had a fight with that because I felt like a punk. I know this sounds very childish.
No, it doesn't. That sounds that you just don't understand how much preaching you're doing to the fucking choir. I'm talking about a conversation that I literally just had before we got down here because
Mm,
my wife, I was going to handle something in a way where I was like, man, fuck all this nice, just like you just said, yo. Do you guys know today I sat there and this kid, my son was sick and my daughter was sick. We was up all last night. They was throwing up all fucking night, all night.
mm,
And my daughter had to walk to school by herself today. So she walked to school. Daughter's 13. She walked back home, and this kid fucked with her. She had brought home a cupcake for her brother from the little party, and she's trying to be super nice, but she never is like that. And she was being nice, and this kid, this boy, came and smacked the cupcake out of her hand or something like that, and grabbed it from her and shit. And my daughter came home crying. Daughter comes home crying. Oh, there's Brian. Oh, he's back. Fuck that shit. Fuck that. Like you just said, all that nice shit. I jumped
mm,
and I had pajamas on. I said, fuck it. Let's go. Get in the car right now. I took my daughter, sick ass son, everything. And I drove around and I investigated like Batman, knocking on people's fucking door until I found this kid's house. And I went back twice because the first time he didn't answer, I knocked on the neighbor's door. He said, yep, that's where he definitely lives. I went back an hour later. And this motherfucker came out like this.
mm.
But I say all that to say, I had another situation when I was right before I came over here, and I was about to handle that situation like I used to would have handled that situation.
Mhm.
I don't give a fuck what you do. You ain't shit. Fuck you. Do whatever you want, bitch. If you think you can play it, try it. And my wife is like, here's my wife. Here's my wife, Laura. I know you can contest to this shit. Baby, don't do that. She heard the reason why she knew because she heard me on the phone. I was doing the voice to the text shit, and
Mhm.
I was talking to mess. And I'm sitting there waiting for it. Fuck you, kiss my and it's just writing it. And my wife is like, What are you doing? Fucking but then right there, I got pissed with her. I was mad at her. I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about? I'm trying to do this." And she's like,
Right.
"Bro, you're not doing it right." And
Mm-hmm.
I had to calm down. I had to, like you just said, I had to calm down and face facts. Like, fuck, she's right. If I
Mm-hmm.
do this like how I used to do this, that ain't gonna work because I'm not in the situation I used to fucking be in.
Facts.
Bro,
Facts.
like I said, you was preaching to the choir, yo.
That's the hardest thing to do is to humble yourself and to
Mm,
give other people grace because we know what we're capable of and you just be like count your blessings because God just blessed you. My husband just literally saved you. And in that same instant he saved me too because like I would probably be in jail, because I,
real.
I don't I don't know how to just I don't know. I do some extremes. Like when I'm
Mhm.
mad, this is like I'm not a Laura, I'm somebody else. And that person scares me sometimes. And so I'm thankful that I have him for that. But we struggle with that a lot. Like just me, like even with the school, like my son has autism. My other son said, Mom, some kid was at school teasing him. And I said, oh, really? Okay.
Mhm.
Well, now I'm about to beat the mama's ass. And my
Yep.
husband's like, "Come on, you can't do that. Handle it. You handle it better than that." Like, and I'm happy that he got me to that point because now we figured out the little boy he's going through some stuff at home, and I'm like, oh, so the teacher's like, oh yeah, this little kid, he got issues. He got issues at home. I'm sorry, I will handle this. So I'm like, dang, okay, let me. It's nice for me to show grace, but yeah, just more so my ego and my pride is something that we really fight against.
Okay. It's understandable. Jay, I wanted to ask you, and this doesn't just have to be your current relationship, but I want to ask you since you're on, the single side, at least at this point, you said it was complicated. I mean, are you guys still trying to work something out, or is it just like, hey, it's just ended and it's just still kind of hard to get over?
Trying to work it out, trying to iron out my flaws that I have, and yeah. So it's that.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely get it. Do you is there a part of you? Here's a real question. I hope she's not watching. Like, okay, fuck this nigga. Is there a part of you, bro, that's kind of like, even though you're single and hey, listen, we don't got it and it's over. Is there a part of you, any part of you that's like, man, fuck this shit. Like,
Nah,
fuck it.
not really.
Aw.
At
Like I,
all?
yeah, like I said, for me, whenever I'm with somebody, to be honest, if I can count on my hands, both my hands, how many relationships I've probably been in my entire life, I'd say that I barely probably get past one hand.
Oh,
Mm.
okay. So you've had pretty serious relationships for your whole life.
Yeah, like I've of course back in high school, college, one night stands, but like whenever it was like relationship, it's always been longest one was 5 years with the mother of my child, and then
Hmm.
after her, it's been like only two other relationships. So
Hey, listen, bro. I definitely understand. I was the opposite. I was reckless when I was younger, and I mean, my longest relationship when I was younger might have been a year, like maybe a year, because I've said it before. It's like when I used to get into something or whatever, I used to want to quit that shit immediately. Like
Mhm.
if something went wrong, as soon as something goes wrong, and that's not just with the relationship, that's with everything. Car breaks down, throw that shit out, throw the whole fucking car out. I don't care. I'm not getting it fixed. I'm not dealing with it. I've never been the person to want to deal with bullshit. I don't want to deal with nothing. If you ain't just gonna work and everything's gonna work out, I'm not scared to work at shit or get shit done like that. But if you're not gonna work out or you're gonna have this, you're gonna do this, especially when it comes along the lines of like, oh, I found a phone number in your phone, or you can fucking forget about it. Like, there's no even conversation about it. What's y'all boundaries? Do y'all have any strict boundaries where it's like, and everybody can say cheating? Like, of course you'll say cheating. Somebody fucking somebody else. Of course, that's going to be a boundary. But is there anything else besides that? Like, hey, listen, if my partner does this, I'm out. shitting on their pants, shitting their pants? Like, is there anything that y'all like? Man, I am ghost if you do this shit.
Being disloyal. Like if I'm wrong and you confirm I'm wrong in public in front of people, you guys can
Mm,
go because we need to be on one accord in public. But you can scold me all you want in public. Because if you show that we divided in public, then baby, I can't be with you. I
mm. Okay, that was actually a pretty good one. How about you, Jay? Is there something that, like, besides like the obvious, besides cheating, she ain't rob you or anything crazy, like, do you have something where you're like, listen, if you're not this, I don't care how much I care about you, I got to dip.
Ah, hmm. I would just say more so disrespectful, not true to yourself. Because me personally, like as far as like other boundaries go, I'm of the set of mind of if we've been together for a long time, um, I'm not going to try and tell you what you can and cannot do because I trust that you would respect the relationship. So I'm not be like, oh, you can't go out, you can't, you like, I'm not the type of person like, oh, you can't go out, you can't do this, you can't not see this person. Like, if I'm with someone long enough and I trust them, then I trust that they're going to respect the boundaries.
Okay,
N-
I
Now, if
can.
you don't, now if you don't, I'm a Cancer, so I'm petty. So I so tread very carefully before you cross me. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, no, I definitely can understand that. Yeah, I think the same thing. I mean, loyalty is definitely key. That goes, without saying. Like, don't try to put some shit over on me or whatever. When, like I said, when I was younger, it was way easier. It was, if you doing this wrong, you doing this, or you saying this, you talking like this, or we just not getting along. We have a big argument. I'm that motherfucker who was I would try to say the highest shit, top shelf with my shit. So you be pissed, go be pissed. If you done, oh yeah, you say, yup, I said it, and then bounce. You bounce it, okay, fuck it, bounce. We're done. But now I found like the growth, like, from being in being married and being in this relationship and having kids and a family. I'm so much more patient and I'm
Mm.
so much more understanding of things that at times I do wonder, is it the fact, and this is nothing as my wife, and I don't want this to sound crazy, but is it more of the fact that it's because of the person that I'm with, or is it I know it's got at least something to do with that, but is it more of the fact because of the person that I'm with, or is it more of the fact that I've just grew up and things are different? Because very easily, the person that I said 10 years ago, hey, you did this, you scratched you cooked my food the wrong way, fucking, I'm out of here. I never did that, just an example. Fucking, I'm out of here. If that person came back and they cooked my food the wrong way, and now I'm this more of a patient person, and I gave them, like, longer time to figure something out, how am I so confident that it wasn't just me back then? That person that I let off that one day, they might have been the perfect person for me, and I may have never found my wife that I have now. But have I changed, or is just the person that I have changed me?
It's both. And the reason why I say it's both is because the person that you have now, she drew out the best part of you. And she was able to help you grow by allowing you to see certain parts of you that you may not have seen. And that other person may have seen the same thing, but they just didn't have what it took to tell you in a way that made you feel like, maybe I do need to work on this. Some people, they don't know how to communicate, or when other people say it, it just makes you feel attacked, you
Mhm.
know? So
Yeah.
I feel like you got to have somebody to help draw that out of you, but it's going to be up to you whether you're going to listen and decide to change. So it's both, in my opinion.
Yeah. I agree with that as well. I agree with that as well. Jay, I want to ask you, being that you just left the relationship and hearing like what two people who are in a long term, one Laura been married for 18 years and we only been talking for like 30 minutes or so, but thinking about the relationship you just left, do you think it's more so, and be honest, bro, you don't got to say anything for no special shit, Like, do you think it's more so the shit that you do and the person that you are, or is it the person that you guys are trying to be together?
Uh, for one, it starts. I feel like it's both answers, but it starts with you.
Mhm.
I'm starting to learn that because me, I'm stubborn. I've always been stubborn, and it's a good thing for when I'm trying to get shit done, but it's a bad thing when I'm dealing with people. When I'm dealing with people, especially my loved ones. So, in my opinion, it starts with you. You have to continuously work on yourself, and then that person, like once you have the foundation for yourself, that person can help build up that foundation. It's like a house. It, it,
Yeah.
it it's like a house. Like you can't get anywhere without a strong foundation.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, I agree with that as well. I agree with that as
Mhm.
well. All right, let's get into some fun shit now. All right, you ready? Now this is gonna be bad. This is gonna be a little rough. All right, Laura, me and you the only ones married on this thing. Like I said, married and bored, or single and lonely. I'm gonna ask you straight up. Now, I'm no wishing any bad will at all. I'm happy that you have an amazing life and you're happy with somebody that you're with and everything. But do you think at this point in time, if something did happen and you wound up being single again, would you try again to do it all over?
For me,
Yeah. Would you listen here? Let me base it now that we know a little bit more about you, right? Think about this shit. This some deep shit, yo. You, like you said, 18 years, yo. You guys met. You did everything you've done. You've known each other. You helped grow each other. Help different parts and different sides that you never knew existed. Never knew it could exist. Something happens. You find out, hey, and this is sad shit. Of course, this is just hypothetical. Something happens, you figure out, hey, this shit ain't working no more. One of us changed too much and it's just not enough that we can stay together.
hmm
Do you think you'd be open to trying to do that shit all over again?
to with someone else.
Yeah.
See, that's a
Getting married,
that's
everything.
a hard one
Building a I'm telling you.
because I said I would probably never marry again. I'm not going to hold you. I don't understand people who marry multiple times
Mhm.
because marriage is so much work and it's really a lot. Like you have to be able to tear away different layers of you to make a marriage work.
For real.
And I'm like, I feel like I'm set in my ways where I don't really want to go through that again.
Yeah.
It would have to be a person who is so tremendous and so amazing to make me want to marry again, to be
Yeah.
honest.
I fully agree with that. Understanding what it takes to actually be in a relationship. And like
Mhm,
you said, multiple people go and they can have, oh, I'm on my third marriage.
mhm,
Now, to a degree, I understand because, like we were just talking, you make mistakes, you learn, you grow, things change. But at the same time, I kind of feel like how you feel, Laura. Like marriage is something different, yo.
mhm.
It's not just a regular relationship. It's something that you've literally bound yourself with another person. As minimal as people may try to make it. Oh, it's just a ring. It's not just a ring, motherfucker. It's a commitment. It's a shared commitment between us and in this country, especially. Where we understand this is a little bit more than just, hey, we're boyfriend and girlfriend in high school and shit. And I feel like if you chose to sit down and marry somebody, unless like there's obvious, like, hey, you're cheating on me, you brought somebody else to the table, that's about it. Like if it's just us and it's not violent or ain't crazy shit or anything like that, but if we're just not able to work shit out to a certain degree, we need to just work harder. And I definitely do believe that. Like I chose to marry you for a reason. Now I'm not saying people can't change. I'm not saying shit ain't weird. There's a lot of two-faced people out this motherfucker, but I
Right.
feel like a lot of times people don't really put in as much work because they know that there's an option to escape. And I'm starting to feel like that even more as I get older. Like people
Mhm.
have you have something that's available for you to pull, emergency release valve and shit. And
Yeah,
it's like I feel like you see people getting married 4 or 5 and people going to the wedding, the same people going to the wedding, the fucking fifth wedding picture. It's like how
right.
is it this easy? Jay, how do you feel, man? You're single, but are you kind of reaching the point? I mean, you sound like somebody who, like you said, you do serious relationships. Are you reaching the point where you're actually looking more towards marriage, or are you just still kind of letting it happen?
I'm looking more towards marriage, but past life experience, it's hard for me to let my walls down because life. But that's why I try so hard to keep what I have because I just know me. I'm the type of person I don't like going out trying to meet new people.
Mm,
Uh, I I'm a sociable person, but I'm also very introverted. I guess I'm omnivert if per se. Like I'm an extrovert when I need to be, but
Mhm.
most time I just try to stay to myself. And I just want, I do want my forever somebody. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
Just this would be the third try, and sucks. But
So you said third try, like as far as what somebody that you're just trying to, is it like somebody that you're trying to be with long enough to explore marriage as an option, or is it just like, hey,
yeah,
okay, yeah, because that's another thing. Like, is there a time period on that shit? Is there a time period to where it's like, hey, we've been together for 4 years, like you said, Laura, like you guys were together. I think you said 8 before you got married, right?
mm-hmm.
So you guys were together for 8 years. I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys probably had conversations. At some point for us also, like it just kind of felt like, hey, listen, I think this is the time. Like we're doing all this together. Like we've literally built our life together.
Man, we ain't had no conversation. That man was having conversation behind my back with his parents about marriage.
Oh,
I didn't want to get married. Like when we first got together, like not first, but like I want to say during the first 3 years, there was something, and I just wasn't really like. I used to joke about it, but like, oh, you're gonna marry me, man. But I never. Okay, I'm a weirdo. I've never been a female who was like, oh my god, I'm gonna find my Prince Charming and get married, because didn't see like no stable marriages. Like my father and mother, they traumatized the fuck out of me. Like my parents were so toxic that their marriage didn't work, that we landed in foster care. So for
mm,
me, it was like I don't want that type of love. Like I was afraid of that type of love. So marriage wasn't really on the table for me in my life because I just didn't. All my aunts and them were married, but none of them was with their husbands. Like they all had
mm,
boyfriends, and my uncles and them would still come around. They were still cool with their family. But for me, it just didn't make sense because why fuck up something that was running perfectly? But by our what was it? I don't know. It's something that transpired. I think it was like a fight. It was something along the lines, and I don't want to go into it. But he hit me with something, and he basically told me like it was my trauma. And I'm at Walgreens, and I'm talking to this lady at Walgreens, y'all. She like my therapist,
mm,
and she's like, "Girl, why get married?" Because I'm talking to her about it. She's like, "Yeah, girl, don't go along with that. Don't get married because it ain't gonna do nothing but ruin it." And then my father-in-law ended up talking to me. And then my mom called me. And my mom, like, you worried about this little incident. And it was okay, I'm gonna be honest. It was more so me wanting I felt controlled. I felt controlled, y'all. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I felt
hey,
controlled.
yo, there's nothing wrong with admitting, like, and that's why we're having this kind of conversation. Because, like I was saying before, there's no right or wrong. There was no right or wrong answer to the 6 months or 1 year question. Everything is different. Like Jay said, everybody's different. Everything is different. There's no right or wrong. You said you have a completely understandable reason, I think, for not wanting to be involved in marriage. You ain't see that shit. Like, yeah, you can
Mm,
watch a movie and see Prince and the fucking prince or princess or whatever.
right.
But at the same time, it's like in real life, like your experiences. I remember my aunts, a lot of them getting divorced and stuff like that. My parents were together for a while, but when we got a little older, they separated. I didn't see no super great visual of, you know what I'm saying? We ain't
Right.
no, but yeah, so I definitely understand. So go ahead.
Yeah, but my mama called me and my mom was like, girl, if you don't marry that man, you know the sacrifices he's made for you. And she basically basically told me it was okay for me to let go of the trauma of her and my father, and she apologized to me. And hearing my mom apologize to me, it 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 gave me a greater understanding. Like life is not perfect, and you just do the best that you can. My
For
mom and my
real.
dad were very young, and they made mistakes, but she told me that that was not going to be me and him. So I was like, all right, cool. Because he didn't ask me. He was just telling me, like, we're going to get married. Like, the man did not propose.
He's
Just like
smart.
I never knew I was his girlfriend. He just told me I was his woman. So I was like, the fuck? Where they do that at? Okay.
That's perfect.
But,
I love that.
right.
You want to? Do you please? Like fuck that, man. Nah, you mine, nigga. Like
Listen, he told me we was getting married. We got married 30 days after he said we was getting married.
oh
Like,
yeah, he wasn't playing.
my in-laws helped plan this wedding so fast in my family. Like, it was a beautiful wedding. I can't believe we planned a wedding in less than 30 days.
That's
And
crazy.
guys, I almost didn't show up for the wedding.
For
I was
real, you got
2 hours
cold feet.
late. Yeah, I wasn't gonna go. I was 2 hours late for the
Oh
wedding,
man.
and they were sitting there at the church waiting for me. And then my cousin, she's like, "Nah, listen, Cuddy, I see the way that you are with him. You do not normally respect men, and you give this man the utmost respect. Like, I just see this changing you." She's like, Cuddy, you know I would tell you if this not right for you. And she's like, this is right for you. This is it.
Yeah,
And when she told me that, I was like, all right, let's go. Even in our pictures online, you see me sweating. Like, you can see the sweat on my forehead. But once I entered that door and I seen him standing at the altar, all the fear left. And I knew it was right in that moment and never turned my back.
that's awesome, yo. It's an awesome story, yo. And listen, it's good to hear, especially from like a black woman coming on, talking about how like you guys got a strong relationship. You had a black man find you, and y'all both made it work, man. Because stigmas is strong, but
Hmm.
and you guys have y'all kids and raise them together and do it. Yeah, it's it's important to understand that you had your own way of thinking, your own way of life, and that way of life may have caused you to never experience it. It sounded like you had good people around you also, even if you had some bad, examples, but you still had good people around you. People fuck up. It's just what it is.
Right.
So it's really good that you had that strong foundation, like Jay was saying, like, around you and shit. And Jay, I want to ask you something too, but just to say it again, like one of the reasons why I'm even having this show like today, like I was gonna do a whole different show. You know what the other show I was gonna do? It was gonna be called the title was gonna be called I don't give a fuck, like it like literally with capital letters, yo, because like the beginning conversation we were having, I'm getting to a point where I'm kind of getting tired of that thing we were talking about earlier, where it's like you're trying to make yourself stop being you. Like you're trying to like you're helping people, you're doing stuff the right way, you feel like you're doing everything the right way and you're doing it the way it's supposed to be done. But then you're getting screwed. But then you're getting in trouble. But then you're having issues. And I'm tired of that shit, yo. I'm tired of constantly feeling like Jay, maybe you can relate to this. Like this may be something you're and I don't know. I don't know how your relationship, how you guys got going on, what you guys got going on, but it's like you do get to a point where you feel like you are doing everything right. You are trying to be there to help people. You are trying to be there to be everybody's like, backbone and stuff like that or whatever. And then you do it, and then you have problems from it. And you're like, you question yourself, why the fuck am I taking on everybody's bullshit? Why do I care? How you feel, bro?
That's just always been me.
I think you're muted. I don't know if you're muted or the sound just went out,
Can you hear me?
but I'm
Hello?
interested in this right now.
I
But I'm
can hear
telling
him.
y'all right now, like I've been going through so many different changes, yo. That's just like hearing other people's perspectives is like giving me life right now. You good, Jay?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I think it's still.
I can hear him. You can't hear him?
Oh, I can't hear y'all. Oh, maybe something with me. All right, yeah, I can't hear y'all on the thing. Let me see something real fast. StreamYard, get your life together. I don't know if this is gonna work.
Hello?
Nope, I still don't hear shit.
Hello?
All right, let me see. Hold on.
Mm. Well, while Brian's trying to fix that, so what makes you afraid of marriage, or you think you're not afraid of marriage?
That's not more so I'm afraid. It's more so is I just feel like I'm not at where I'm supposed to be able to, be like that
Try to
supportive husband.
remove you guys and see if I can bring you back in. I'm not sure what happened. Let me see if I can just mute the mic and do it.
Oh, hello?
Yeah, nah. All right, I'm gonna kick it and then just try to come back in. I don't know what happened, but they don't come back in. They were giving some good ass advice too, because one of the things, like I said, guys, hopefully you guys can hear me, um, and everything like that. Hopefully, I don't know if something happened, but I'm gonna keep talking. They should be right back in. But listen, it's really interesting. Like when you start getting older and you just start noticing the differences and the changes and stuff like that that you're doing. Your growth is good. Hopefully you're the kind of person that can grow, but at the same time, it's like if you're not the same person. All right, Laura, how's it look?
I can you hear me?
Man, something's wrong. I don't know what it is.
I can
I'm
hear
talking too much good
you.
shit. I don't know why I can't hear y'all. Let me see. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, you hear me. I just can't hear y'all. I don't know if y'all sounding on the what's it called either. I don't know what's going on.
Can you
Facebook
hear me?
speaker. That's
Jason, can
right.
you hear
That's
me?
right. That's right.
I can hear you.
Yeah,
I can hear Brian.
that's right.
Yeah, me too. StreamYard does this though.
Audio.
StreamYard be trying to act just hood at the last
That's right.
minutes. We in the finals, and StreamYard want to act
Say
up.
something real quick, Jay.
Hello, hello.
Yeah, no, I don't know what happened.
It might be his headphones, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. All right. You know what? That's really unfortunate because the conversation was going really good. But I don't even know if the show can hear. Yeah, something went down. I can't even hear it on the thing. Beeline, listen, guys, I'm really sorry. I don't know what happened, but we were having a good old conversation here. I don't think I don't even think you guys can hear me anymore. Yeah, that's
I
not
can hear
playing
you.
on the computer either.
Oh man, that conversation was getting heated,
I
yo. Like
know,
I
and
need
I
some
I think
good.
I think you just said the same thing I said, man. I'm trying to see if there's anything we could do, but I don't think I can get back in. I can't unless I completely kick it.
Oh no.
Hold on, let me see if I can hear it on his stream. Maybe it's just the headphones.
Yeah.
All right, say something again.
Can you hear us?
Hello?
Oh,
Nope. It's
Okay,
StreamYard on his end. It's probably it does that from time to time. I don't know.
test.
let me go to the actual.
The video.
All right.
Yeah.
Listen, I think what we're gonna do. Unfortunately, we almost hit an hour anyway. We're having a good ass conversation. I don't know if I can y'all hear me. If y'all don't hear me, I'll type something in the chat. Hey, it happens sometimes. I don't want to hold you guys up. I know I was only about 2 hours tonight anyway. But guys, more power to you guys. I'm glad you guys can hear. I'm really glad you guys came on. You definitely gave me some help. I know if you guys were watching it there, you guys got some perspective too. Two people who are just going through life. I think we're all around the same age for the most part. So it's like
Oh yeah.
it's
His
good to
mic was
know
on.
that you still have people out here who are trying. You still have people who have really good viewpoints on building, yo. Because like you said, Laura, like kids need this shit. You know what I'm saying? They need good examples to look up to. So, they don't just look up to celebrities getting married 14, 15 fucking times. Like, damn, man, I want to talk, man. I can't do shit. I don't know what's going on. I probably have to like reset the whole computer if it is mine. It might be.
It's your mic. I think it's
Um,
his mic.
It's his mic in his
it's
StreamYard
like,
because he keeps freezing.
Yeah.
all right, hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably his mic and his headphones. That's probably why he couldn't hear us. Cause
Uh,
I can hear him on the I can hear him on his stream on Facebook.
yeah, me too. But leave it to Beeline. He always has these great topics, these great conversations.
Tripping.
I'm pretty sure this conversation is definitely going to help some people out there.
All right, I transitioned. Can y'all hear me? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, can you hear us?
Yeah, I hear y'all. I don't know. Something must happen with my computer. Something tripped out, but that's all good.
probably something in the background.
Yeah, something jacked up. But okay, well, glad, yeah. But yeah, Laura, I heard you saying like I was saying before, if you guys didn't hear me, like I'm pretty sure like this conversation that we were just having is something that people need to hear. Like it's extremely difficult to try to live your life
Mm.
with multiple people, bro. Like Laura, I know you can contest to this just because you have like kind of a similar situation. Like I have fucking 7 people in my house right now, bro. Like including a dog. Like
A dog is crazy. Having a lot of kids and then a pet is crazy.
telling you, man. It's just a different world.
Hmm.
Different world. And it's hard to stay up. How many people Jay, you live alone or you just
All by myself.
Such a blessing.
sometimes I miss Lord, do you miss it? Like do you miss like being by yourself sometimes and shit?
Sometimes I do. I'm not gonna hold you. Just sometimes, but then again, when I do have like that time to myself, like my husband, he'll book me a hotel for me just to go to and relax. And then I find myself calling my whole family over within 20 minutes because I need the
Yeah.
paper.
Yeah, I fully agree with you. Sometimes they'll leave, even if it's just like to go to the store, a lot of times my wife will go and take the kids and go to her parents' house,
Mhm.
and I'll stay home. And when I tell you, listen, I'll be in the bed watching movies, chilling out, doing whatever the hell I want to do, eating whatever I want to eat without being bothered. Listen, bro. But then you miss them. Then I look around and I'm used to my daughter jumping in, Daddy, and this and that. And I'm like, oh fucking, I want them back, and I'm calling them to see when they're coming back. Yeah, it's weird, man. It's that other side of the fence shit. But Jay, I know you said you got a kid too. Do you have like a schedule with them, or because I'm guessing you're not with the baby moms?
Nah, and I try to see whenever I can. Just past year, not making enough, rent going high.
Yeah.
It's hard to afford plane tickets, and with planes just
Oh,
kind of fall out the sky. I'm afraid to get on a plane now. So
bro, listen, you ain't lying about that shit.
Facts.
I'd be terrified of getting on a plane right now. I was always scared of planes, but now with all the stuff going on, I'm petrified of getting on the
see,
damn plane.
I used to be cool with planes, but now planes just falling out the sky.
Yeah, I've
Planes
never
going
fine.
planes going missing. I'm like, damn. I used to love flying.
Ever since that show Lost, I have never stepped foot on a plane, and I'm terrified to step foot on a plane.
I just recently, I haven't finished it yet. I'm on
Mhm.
the last season, and I'm on the last, I think 5 or 6 episodes. I haven't finished it, so I don't spoil it if you know. But
Right.
I just started watching Lost, yo. I just started watching it. It was on Netflix, and I finished Squid Game, which was fucking amazing. I love Squid Game, yo. And then I needed something else to watch, so I said, "Fuck it." I heard Lost was good back in the day, so I'm gonna check it out. And I enjoy it. I enjoyed it. It's something interesting to watch for a while.
Oh, also, if you like Lost, support black actors and watch From. From is really good.
Man,
Listen,
it is.
listen, bro.
It is. I'm
I
just
love
mad
From.
I lost. I mean, fall. I mean, from fall.
Yeah, like my girl, she got me introduced into that, and I fell in love with the show. I finished the first season at work in like a week.
Yeah. Oh yeah. From my cousin got me into that, and when I first saw the first season, he was like the first thing he told me, he was like, bro, just get ready to be cursing out your screen, and I was like, yeah, absolutely right. Like I stayed, bro. What the fuck are y'all doing? Like, because it's
Right.
just like the thing I like about From is it's interesting, but it's
Mhm.
also like real dragged out. Like they dragged the shit out of that show. Like, they're just kind of starting to get into like what's really happening. It looks like, it seems like, because the last season was really good.
Yeah,
But yeah, I'm super excited to see what's going on with From. But yo, listen, that's an entertainment special. Listen, guys, we were gonna have some other stuff to talk about. Like I said, this was more along the lines of I had a whole other episode. This kind of just came the last time. But yo, I would love to have y'all come back on and we can talk about some other things that are going on because I do want to do like a what the hell are they called? Topics, you know what I'm saying? Like topics that's
Trending
going on,
topics.
stuff like that. Yeah, trending topics and things like that. I didn't want to talk about the I don't give a fuck about the Grammys, man. I don't care about that stuff anymore. Besides,
Wait,
like Kanye West and his naked girlfriend coming in.
hold up. I will say the one reason to watch the Grammys is to hear the whole crowd basically call Drake a PDF file.
For real?
Yeah. So when he accepted his award for Song of the Year, not like us, by the way, to any Drake fan, I'm
Crazy.
sorry, Kendrick won. If your diss track won a Grammy, Kendrick won.
That is
But
crazy to me.
but so they were playing Not Like Us in the background accepting his award, and everybody was singing the song. And then when the A minor part came on, everybody in the audience was singing A minor.
That is crazy, yo.
And And on top of that, I thought I was petty, but for people that don't know, in Canada, a denim jean jacket and denim jeans is called tuxedo, and that's Canadian term for tuxedo. Guess what Kendrick Lamar was wearing when he accepted his award?
Yeah, I saw
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah, he is petty. He is super petty. Yo, I'm not. There's no hate. I think Kendrick's an amazing artist. But like you just said, bro, a diss track won a Grammy. Like that is fucking insane. And not for nothing, if you don't give credit where credit's due,
Mhm.
TikTok, be honest, that's the reason why that shit is as over as it was. Because they were playing that shit on TikTok religiously. That's
Right.
all it was in. I mean, it definitely was, the attack and it was speaking some truth, and people were like, or at least what people think is the truth. People are definitely going to like, spread it a little bit more. It's drama, but
Yeah.
TikTok pushed that shit over. TikTok pushed his whole album over, in my opinion.
I love
Oh,
that. I love that it dropped some cultural history up in there too, though.
Yeah.
For me, it wasn't just the diss. It was like he was dropping knowledge too, because he's like, listen, niggas, y'all want some diss tracks, but I'm also gonna keep y'all informed too. Because sometimes
Yeah.
that's the only way to keep people informed is you gotta drop knowledge and music.
Yeah,
I just
definitely true.
know after Meet the Grams, I was like, oh, I just wouldn't say nothing else, Drake. I would just go
Yeah.
back to Canada and not say nothing else. Because the simple fact, when I heard the line, play this when you're 18, I'm saying, that's gonna be very interesting if he hears the song fully when he's 18. Talking about
That's real. That's real crazy to with the world we living in right now and all the exposure going on, and just to be able to look at somebody and say, "Hey, why do you have so much history? Always trying to talk to some younger chicks or whatever and stuff like that or whatever." Man, we've seen a lot of different stuff. There's a lot of things that you may be able to address and be like, "Hey, it's just because of this. Hey, it's because of that." But come on, you're literally trying to talk to old girl from Stranger Things and Billie Eilish, and like you got proof. Like, why are you doing it? Like, you can't tell me it's because it's how much do you have in common with a younger woman and shit like that or whatever. It's like you would think that these motherfuckers are smarter than that at this point with all the information that's going around. You're not going to argue your way out of it, like. Like, nah, bro, it's pretty apparent. Like, you're over here trying to talk to younger fucking kids. Like, there's no conversation after that. I
Yeah,
just don't
the
get
fact
it.
the fact that the girl that he's accused of was her Millie Bobby Brown, the fact
Yeah.
of her age and just the text between them two, that was highly inappropriate.
It's
Like
weird. It's just
and
weird, bro.
it was, and then her not knowing because she's young and she's just like excited that Drake was texting her and talking to her and
Yeah.
talking about
We're
eating.
just friends.
We're just friends, and she exposed that. It just lets you know that she's a kid still. She doesn't know that she shouldn't have said that. She didn't know that. She didn't know she was supposed to keep that in the back light. So that just
yeah,
lets you know that young girls are not mentally aware of certain situations. It's hence why grown men like Drake should not be talking to him.
Exactly. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
also, this is why Kendrick is my favorite. He's my favorite rapper out there because when I heard that song with Future, a must and it was I forgot who the feature was, but the whole time I listened to that song, like, oh, that wasn't a diss. I'm sure that was just bait, and lo and behold, it was bait. Then I heard Drake's song. Then I waited for Kendrick for a while. Then Kendrick dropped Euphoria. I said, "Oh, that wasn't that bad." And then Drake dropped that other song with that AI bullshit. I said, "Oh, this ain't gonna go well for you, sir."
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. To be honest with you, I heard a couple of them, and then I kind of checked out. Music and me just haven't been the same. I listen to it more just to see what's going on, kind of, rather than like I'm enjoying it. The raps in the back in the day I used to be more into, I guess, 'cause I was younger. But like I said, I think it's just more just like my mentality has changed so much. I just don't like drama, bro. I just don't really give a fuck anymore about that stuff. And it seems like the music industry has nothing but drama, especially right now. Like it's so dramatic. You know, everybody wins something. And you know, Jay, we watch wrestling. You know, we just saw Royal Rumble, and Jay Uso won the Royal Rumble, and everybody's bitching, oh, how could he win? And it's just like everybody's just fucking full of drama
I
lately,
mean,
man.
that's the internet, my boy. That's the
Yeah,
internet.
it's
Because
getting worse.
Because the thing I like about Kendrick, one thing I've always said, like rap has always, to me, it got away from what it truly was about, and I feel like people like Kendrick and Cole, they embodied what hip hop, what rap was. It was,
Yeah,
for the culture. It was about it was think pieces. Like Kendrick and Cole are think pieces. Even like one thing I like about Kendrick is when the whole pop out concert, like the Juneteenth thing, I would like it went beyond just the beef. It went for getting the culture together. Like it put look
Unity.
like Cali was winning. Like the West Coast was winning last year. We had of course Kendrick, then Tyler, who in my opinion is up there but never really talked about. Like if y'all watched the pop out concert, he got an ovation like he was Tupac on stage. Like I shit you not.
Mhm.
Tyler the Creator is loved in Cali. So to see that and like to see the West Coast, unify, seeing the Bloods and Crips on stage together, actually, getting being as one. For me, that was a special moment. It was beyond the beef. But some people cared about more than beef, but I care about hip hop.
Yeah,
Right.
I love hip hop.
yeah,
Like
I know
like
this
that's what.
sounds.
Hmm?
I'm sorry. I was gonna say I know this sounds crazy, but watching that pop, it just it touched me in a way because I felt like that's what Nipsey wanted.
Oh
Like
yeah.
I felt like that's what Nipsey Hussle was going for. The Bloods, Crips, Pyru, all of them on one stage, just the movement that he was doing. And I felt like the diss song for me, it was really more than a diss. It was really about the culture, like you said. It was really about West Coast culture because a lot of people like, oh, Atlanta rappers, they the best. New York rappers, they all right, but West Coast rappers is a whole different vibe. Like they take you to a whole different place with their music. Like, why you looking like that?
because I'm East Coast, so I mean I understand what you're saying, and of course there definitely is, there definitely is division. I mean J. Cole's from New York, ain't he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
J.
from-
No,
Yeah,
no,
Cole's
no.
from
He's
New
not
York.
from New York. No, he's not from New York. And where is he from?
I don't know why. I thought he was Canadian too.
I'm pretty sure he's East Coast though.
Yeah, he's East Coast. Like, yeah, he's definitely East Coast.
Yeah, I
But
mean you got some dudes that's out there that's still spitting. What's my man name? I can't think of nobody's names. He played Method Man in the Wu-Tang show on Hulu. Tall, light skin. Fuck is his name?
I I ain't gonna lie. I stopped watching. I never went back to watch that show because after I lost Hulu, I said
Yeah.
after I lost
I
Hulu, I
didn't
said,
finish the last season either. It was a pretty good show, but then I found that it wasn't accurate. I was like, oh man, these
oh
niggas
no,
tripping,
no,
bro.
hell, they could not put half the shit that happened in their lives on TV. I
Yeah,
would
they was
just say,
wild, bro. They was wild. They told a
But
good story though. But anyway, I mean, hip hop
New York rappers and shit, bro. Thinking of Biggie, thinking of fucking, plenty of people, fucking Meth and Red, like East Coast niggas. Like that's what I grew up on more than anything. Like I Fat Joe, Big Pun, like niggas who used to like really that lyrical shit. Even like Cam and 50 and them, like that's what I grew up on. That's what I liked, you know what I'm saying? Method Man and Redman, my favorite rappers of all time. But then, of course, like, our West Coast was, Cube and Snoop and fucking, Dub C. And like, those was the niggas that was spitting, from the West Coast. And besides Pop and like Dre and, you know what I'm saying? Like, those.
Too Short, though.
Huh?
We can't forget Too Short.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely
Too
can't forget Too Short.
That's my favorite rapper. All time favorite rapper. Yeah.
Yeah, man. But lyrics used to conquer, bro. Like you had to be poetic, you had to be lyrical, like you had to be able to put some shit together. And if you couldn't do it, people were like they was dismissing you. Even before like they were really battling. It was just like you had to come out with a song and you had to be spitting some shit. If you ain't spit hard on your song, ain't nobody talk to you. But then it kind of got diluted where it's like people were just like we are at the age we are now, and you hear more of just like a vibe or kind of like a sound more than anything than it is more of just like actual like lyrical or it's poetic. It's more just like how does this shit sound? How does it make you feel? How does it make you vibe? But like you said, with Kendrick and J. Cole, who introduced like that same kind of, when I speak, I'm actually putting meaning behind my words. I'm not just trying to make you hear it and dance or make you hear it and move in a type of way. I'm trying to make you feel something. Right. And I've respected that shit from J. Cole and Kendrick since I was listening to them back fucking, 2013? I think I was really starting to listen to J. Cole and Kendrick. And I was like, damn, these are like the only two niggas that's doing it. And I didn't even know Nipsey Hussle and these other guys. I kind of fell out of love with the music, man.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was saying I feel like they've always been like that. You got your Jordan Lucases. You got there's other rappers like I've always liked NF. A lot of people don't like Logic. I like Logic. For one, especially his albums from back in 2012, 2013, it was stuff I related to because I was going through that. I was having, I was having, mental anxieties and whatnot, and that a lot of the songs about that. Eminem has always been one of my favorites because Eminem, I was always afraid to be myself. Eminem has always been himself. He's always been genuine. And that's why I always get mad when people say that he's a culture vulture. Like, no, he's not. He grew up in hip hop. If you've ever been to 8 Mile, go to 8 Mile and see and see if he was not living the life that he lived. Now, people like Macklemore, Post Malone, those are culture vultures. They were using the culture for their benefit, and then once they got what they needed out the culture, they left. Eminem has always been for it. Like he is people in the industry that have came up with him. They have always welcomed him and said that he paid his dues. But it's still people like I'm not gonna say his name because every time I say his name, it gets me mad. But it starts with the U. That's all I'm gonna say.
The U.
His first doctor.
Oh yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah. He be going in.
Yeah, like him, people like him and Charleston White, I can't stand them. I really can't stand them.
Charleston White, I got a different kind of respect for Charleston White. And I don't know what it is. It's like he's I don't know if it's honest. I don't know what it is, but it's like he'll drop some real shit like by accident. It's weird. Like it's not like I would go to him for like a logical discussion or like hey, tell me some real shit. And he'll sit me down and intellectually just tell me some real shit. It's more like I say, man, I got my fucking car towed today. And he'd say some shit like, well, should have put that bill down did it like this or whatever. And you're like, what? And you got to think to yourself like, damn, he's right. Did you ever see that video where Charleston White was, I guess they were pranking him or something like that? It was a dude with the nasty ass black dreads, and he had the girl, and the guy had snatched his phone, and he said, "Oh, okay, you want to do that? That's assault, blah, blah, blah. That's theft, whatever." And then he pulled out another phone and started calling the cops with it. He's like, "Nope, don't worry about it. Tell the cops when they get here." Like, he called the cops fucking immediately. I was looking at this video, and I'm like, that's the smartest shit you could possibly do. Fuck what everybody says. Oh, he called the cops. I don't care if you're going to be, I should have fought him. I should have fought right now. He called the police. He said, "Oh, you want to steal my shit? You want to snatch my?" Okay, that's okay. That's a fucking charge right there. Let me call these people, get my backup ready, tell them the story. How are we supposed to handle it? That was genius.
I think he's unintentional, intentional. You know what I'm saying?
Good way of saying it.
So I think that he is trying to lead young Black men into a movement of, nigga, we doing everything like the white people. Okay? You see the white people get ahead in life, them niggas snitch. They not going to jail for their homies. Them niggas are snitching, and they gonna still have their nice house, their families, and they gonna be all right. But you're gonna go to jail, and you're not gonna snitch. And them people that you was covering for ain't even gonna know your name when you get the fuck out.
That's right. They ain't gonna back you or nothing.
Yeah, he just needs to.
He's trying to teach Black people how to survive. If you think about it, he's a Black survivalist.
Yeah.
So people want to look at him like he's lame and he's corny. I'm like, okay, but that nigga winning too, though.
Nah.
That's where I'm saying, like, and I don't follow him and none of that shit. I just see his videos, and when I see it, I pay attention to it because I saw one that interests me. And I think, Laura, I think you said that shit perfectly, because it pretty much is just like that. He's taking it out of our own mentality. He's taking it out of like that whole, oh, you're not a man if you don't do that. Yes, I am. I'm very much a fucking man if I don't. Just like I talk it all the time, like them videos of them people in Walmart where they fucking, coming up behind you and breathing in your ear and, dropping stuff on you in Home Depot. Listen, bro, I'm that motherfucker that I've said this just so many times, but I'm that real person that if that happened to me, it wouldn't be a lot talking. Like, if somebody's in my thing, I'm immediately turning around and grabbing or doing something. Like, I'm not that, oh, what's going on? I don't have that shit in me. So I would hate for that to happen, because then I would instantly go to jail. And I'm fucked around. I didn't do anything but go shopping. And then this person fucked with me, and then I reacted, and then he, whatever. And now I'm catching the charge. That's fucking crazy, yo.
He's trying to remove us from niggerdom. And we need to be removed from niggerdom.
It's true. It's true.
Especially
to a degree, at least.
Especially now. So. God damn it.
Yeah.
Yo, it's only been 2 months.
Yeah, it's wild. It's wild. Yo, listen, guys, listen. We about to gear up into a whole conversation. This is what I'm gonna do. Fuck it. Let's do next week. If y'all down, if y'all ain't doing nothing, if y'all free, yo, jump on here. We're gonna talk about some topics. Beeline, thank you guys for holding in. I thought we were gonna have to give it up for a minute. I'm really glad we stayed on. We had some more good conversation. But yeah, let's talk about some topics that we got going on. That's been one of the reasons why I haven't been doing shows like this, like talking about like, marriage and stuff, because I have been talking a little bit more about certain things, Trump getting elected and just the way the world is going a little bit right now. And I don't want to do too much political, but we can definitely talk some real shit. But guys, before we dip out, Laura, go ahead and tell everybody what you got, where they can watch you at, and what you're doing, since you've been away.
Hey guys, y'all can catch me over at the Lauren Hour Network. More so of a family channel. You'll see us cooking over there. You may catch some old podcasts to see the family in action. And also you can check me at Miss Accountability over on YouTube. This is a new release, and this channel is geared towards holding people accountable, mostly women folk, because nobody want to hold women accountable. For some reason, women just feel like we are accountability is just not something that we have to
optional
do. So yes, so all folks are going to be held accountable over there, hence the title, Miss Accountability. I will be holding us all accountable. Check me out over there. I have some episodes released, and that's pretty much all I got in the works right now in just school. But please hit the like, share, and subscribe button. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, definitely go check out Laura D, guys. Got amazing content. Been following her for years. Jay, what's up, man? You coming back? You got the show on hiatus, or you about to return?
Show's on hiatus. Well, for one, my crippling depression, and two, couldn't afford to see movies. couldn't afford to see movies, so trying to get back to it. But
Yeah.
first show back is not going to be movies, sadly. I know, but it's going to be talking about a wonderful commander in chief and how he's doing such a great job in making my life so much better.
Mm.
Um, but besides that, for all you wrestling fans, I have a project working on. Combat Realm Wrestling. Some you're getting tired of AEW, getting tired of WWE, getting tired of TNA. You want a little something. Well, I'm gonna use 2K to do my own wrestling show. You might see a certain master wrestler on the roster that me and Brian know. Uh,
Mhm.
will hear me on color commentary and lots of fascinating characters, lots of compelling stories. Can't wait for y'all to see the finished product because it's been a bitch to edit. But yeah, can't wait for y'all to see it though.
Sounds
Check out
awesome, bro.
check out the YouTube. Just type in Combat Realm Wrestling and you will see the at least the intro for right now.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah. And if you guys are on Facebook, you guys know I definitely will share wherever you guys got. So post your shit so I can share it. Thank you guys so much for the love in the group chats on Facebook. Thank you guys for the love that we get, especially on Facebook, man. Like I've been telling everybody, I had a weird situation happen with one of the people that's in our camp, and they're no longer in our camp, and that's definitely for better. But sometimes people, I don't know, if people get this weird thing where they expect like you know how it gets when people think they have all the answers. Oh, we need to do this. You know everything, but you never did the motherfucking shit before in your life. But it's like we've been grinding this shit out and building and growing how we've been doing for the last 4 or 5 years. So it's a project, it's a journey, and I just want to say I appreciate everybody who's been on this journey with us, watching, behind the scenes, everybody, man. My wife, like. It's been a lot, and Facebook is one of the places where I can really say, like, every episode we're doing better and better, and I appreciate you guys so much. But we will be back tomorrow night because we are gonna be talking that wrestling. Is STR in the building, straight through the ropes wrestle talk. We'll be covering the Royal Rumble and everything that's coming from that, plus what's going on and what we think's going on heading into WrestleMania season. We will have Mr. Dre on wheels as our special guest, along with Lay and Slim. And of course, Brian B. But guys, love you so much, man. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, make sure you go ahead and like and share and subscribe on the YouTube channel. Definitely go check out Allura. Definitely go check out Jason bringing the popcorn and the new wrestling channel he got going on. But until tomorrow, we're going to tell you to stay true, stay positive, pay attention. Let me make sure I got everything ready because I don't do this on my phone all the time, but I got it. Stay true, stay positive, pay attention, y'all, and we out.